Hey guys, welcome back to Baking with Biscuit and Jenna, or Jiskit, or Benna, all of the above. Today we are making healthy homemade Twix bars. I got this recipe from Rachel's Good Eats. She has the best healthy remakes of things you enjoyed as a child or even as an adult. These Twix bars came highly recommended. I've seen a million people make them by now, saying they're just like the best thing in the world. So that's what we are doing today. They are dairy-free, gluten-free, and refined sugar-free, and the ingredients in them are super healthy and clean, especially for a dessert. These would be great if you're trying to just find a healthy alternative for your favorite snack, or if you're trying to make something for the holidays with your family in town. So without further ado, let's get to baking. All right, so let's get started. I got my cooking bun in and we're ready to go. So I keep all of my recipes that I like to make in this little recipe box, and it's super cute and goes in my kitchen. And so I just wrote down all of the directions from her thing on this little card, and that way I have something to follow along. All right, so let's go over the ingredients first so we can kind of familiarize ourselves with it all. I actually had every ingredient in my cupboard besides coconut flour, and that's only because I usually use almond flour in my stuff, so I just had to go out and get some coconut flour. Otherwise, all the ingredients should already be in your home. So let's go through them. Coconut flour, almond flour, sea salt. I grabbed this cute little bag from like a local place. Vanilla extract, honey. So I have just like a local honey, but I also have these cute little like Trader Joe's ones, and this one's a macadamia honey, so I might use this instead just to give it kind of that macadamia like nutty flavor, because it's kind of got some other nut butters in it, like almond butter. This is another thing. She recommends using almond butter, but you could probably use peanut butter or even cashew butter. Just depends on your butter taste. So I'll probably use almond butter just because it's a neutral one and she recommends it. Maple syrup. I have some nice organic, nice jug of maple syrup here. Coconut oil, and then chocolate. So like a dairy-free, gluten-free, vegan chocolate. So I had these two in my fridge already, so I might use this like hazelnut butter dark chocolate one just to give it a different flavor. But I also have these dark chocolate chips, and so she gives you a recommendation if you're gonna use chips versus like a bar. And actually I'll probably use the chips because I've already eaten half of this bar, and she recommends using 2.5 ounces of a bar, and this is only 2 ounces and it's mostly eaten. So to keep the chocolate consistency the same, I'll probably use these chips. So the first step is to preheat your oven to 350, and I actually already did that before I started filming this video because I really wanted the oven to be already hot and going. So when I put my thing in, it's been preheated and really steamy hot in there. For the shortbread layer, it's actually only 4 ingredients. It's the coconut flour, almond flour, honey, and coconut oil. And both the honey and coconut oil need to be warmed, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm going to put 1/3 cup of coconut oil and 3 tablespoons of honey into a little bowl and then microwave it until it's melted. And then put that into my bowl right here that has the 1/2 cup of coconut flour and 1/2 cup of almond flour. So let's do that and then whisk it all together. Do you ever just smell coconut oil? God, it smells so fresh and good. So nice. Wow. Okay. So mine looks kind of like this. So I've got the 2 things in there, so then it kind of just makes this more condensed right here. She recommended maybe using a loaf pan, so that way it was a little skinnier, but this is the only pan I have. So find something glass, shove it in the corners, so then you can kind of make more of a little compact Twix bar area. So now I'm gonna pop these into the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Awesome, so now that the shortbread layer is in there baking, let's start on the caramel layer. So for the caramel layer, I'm going to need almond butter, coconut oil again, vanilla extract, maple syrup, and some sea salt. So for this layer, it's gonna go in a saucepan on the stove. So I'm gonna grab a little saucepan to put all the ingredients in. One of the worst things about being healthy is eating healthier nut butters because they take so long to stir all the oil and stuff together. It's like I appreciate that there's no extra ingredients, but man, do I hate doing this. Nut butter juice just went everywhere. Hey guys, so now I'm gonna put this on medium low heat, I believe, on the stove for 2 to 3 minutes, whisking it until it's into like a liquid thing, and then I'm gonna let it cool afterwards. The gingerbread is ready to come out now. The gingerbread, LOL. The shortbread layer. Am I in Christmas spirit or what? And it smells so good. So here's what mine looks like. Golden brown, beautiful. And then I'm just gonna set it here and let it cool. Now for my tiny saucepan, I'm gonna use my tiny whisker and just kind of give it a little twirl every once in a while until it's all melted down for, again, like 2 to 3 minutes. Here it is, pretty much all melted down now. Look at that. Wow, so good. I wish you guys could smell this. It smells like a mix between like a caramel sauce and a sticky toffee pudding sauce. If you've ever had sticky toffee pudding, you know. So once it's all melted, I'm going to turn it off and then remove it from the burner and wait till it cools. And then once it cools, I'm gonna pour that over the shortbread layer. Okay, while the caramel layer and shortbread layer cool, I'm going to work on the chocolate layer, which is the simplest step of them all. It's basically just in a small bowl. I'm going to use the half a cup of dark chocolate, dairy-free, gluten-free, blah, 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 chocolate chips in here. And then it's 1 tablespoon of coconut oil again. So make sure you have a hefty jar of coconut oil because you're using it a lot. And then in the chocolate layer is the sea salt as well, but this is gonna go on after everything, so don't even worry about this part in the chocolate layer to the end. So literally just half a cup of chocolate chips, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 30 seconds in the microwave, and then let that cool as well. Best part about making these is taste testing everything along the way. That's chocolate. I ended up doing 4 rounds of 30-second intervals for my chocolate just to make sure it was extra smooth and creamy. So when you guys are down here, so when I pour it over the layer, it's all nice and smooth and it looks good. Now let's try this caramel sauce. Looking like George Washington right now. Little founding fathers look going on, but it's okay. Wow, this stuff is so thick and creamy. Oh my god, that's so good. It should be illegal. This is my house, so I can do it like this, but if you're making these for other people, maybe don't lick everything you're doing. Okay, now that it's pretty much cooled completely, I'm super impatient, so pour this sauce over here. Wow. Oh my god. That is the most satisfying thing you've seen. And then she said to spread it evenly, so I'm just gonna gently kind of spread it into the corners and whatnot. Make sure it's kind of touching everywhere. Mine's not a perfect rectangle, but it's good enough. Okay, now I'm gonna put this in the fridge for 20 to 35 minutes until it's hardened. Me again. So as that hardens in the fridge, I'm going to clean up everything else so that when I'm done, all I have to do is pour the chocolate over the top, put it back in the fridge, and they are ready to eat. So let's clean up our mess, and that way when we're done, everything's shiny, clean, and ready to have a Twix. All right, I need to head to a workout actually right now, so I'm just gonna pour the chocolate layer over the caramel layer, even if the caramel layer tongue twister isn't finished yet because I'll be gone for about an hour or so, so it should definitely harden by the time I get back with all the stuff in there. So let's pour the chocolate over it and then we'll check on it when I get back. Now I have my chocolate. And then I'm going to sprinkle this sea salt all over the top. And she actually gave me a measurement. It said 1/4 of a teaspoon. So let's measure that out just in case. Back in the fridge till I get back. I just got done with my workout, so I'm gonna go check on them now. I'm 100% positive they are hardened and I can cut into them and finally eat them. So what's for lunch? Twix bars. Also, I didn't realize how unflattering of an angle this is. Come on, Jenna. Here's the finished product. Oh my gosh, they actually turned out really good and I just like winged it, so you can make this too, and here we go. Really good. You can't even tell the difference between a healthy dessert and a bad for you dessert, but a Twix has so much sugar in it, but this tastes just as good and satisfying. And it's honestly like super creamy. And it's got that nut butter toffee flavor from the vanilla and stuff like that. And oh god, it's so good. I think once they harden the refrigerator a little bit more, they'll be perfect. So let's go do a taste test with my husband. Shh. Do you want some? No, you can have me. Oh, Mark.
Huh?
Welcome to the dungeon in here. I have to do a taste test.
Oh wow. What is it?
Guess what kind of candy bar I tried to replicate in a healthy version?
A Twix.
Yeah.
What is that?
How do you think it tastes?
So good. You just leave this here.
Couldn't even understand you.
Wow. It's like peanut butter applesauce.
Peanut butter applesauce, that's pretty good. All right guys, so as you saw, these were a huge hit. So yummy, so good, such a healthy alternative, and it was pretty easy to make. The instructions were pretty simple, and Rachel's Good Eats always comes out with the best stuff. I know she has like a remake for a Snickers bar and some other candy-like things, plus just really good recipes in general. I'm gonna put this down now because my bicep is burning. If you have any other recommendations for things you want me to make, people I need to check out, or videos you want me to shoot, then let me know in the comments down below. Please give this video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel, and subscribe down below. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.